everybody. So a while ago, I already wanted to do Predator ever since I watched the Predator movies many moons ago, and I actually also wanted to do Alien ever since I saw the behind the scenes of how Aliens was created. It was so cool. That artist is beyond amazing. But in my own little self way, I've decided to draw Predator in honor of the movie coming out, or already has been released this week. So I know a lot of artists did it, but I also wanted to do it because it's sort of been in the back of my mind for quite some time. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's watch.
Thank you for joining us again and watching my video on Predator. My trusty little editor is here also.
Hi everybody.
We have decided that drawing something like Predator is a good idea. She also thought it was a good idea, didn't you?
Yep, and I honestly thought, okay, don't be offended by this. I honestly thought that you wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, thank you, my baby, for the vote of confidence.
Or you were going to give up halfway, but it does not seem like this was the case. She spent 3 hours, and she took frequent breaks, and it took 2 days in total. Well, not in total, but it took 2 days, 3 hours in total. I know, crazy.
And I've decided to make this strictly a pencil sketch. I used my graphite pencils and one normal B6 pencil for the extra dark clusters, and I've decided to add just a teeny tiny little bit of hint of color in the decoration skulls on his chest and in his dreadlocks.
Yeah, and also just a quick off-topic thing. Sorry about the watermark. This is not sponsored by Monica, but we don't know how to get rid of that watermark.
The good news is that my PC is not broken anymore. It's been fixed thanks to Hubby Dearest. So I'll be doing stuff on my own PC again soon. Just for the record, FYI, I forgot what I wanted to say now.
Okay, so another thing, I like to think of myself as a pretty damn good sketch artist, specifically with pencils and things, mostly because I have a lot of confidence when it comes to it. I make a lot of dark and light shading, so she asked me a lot of advice on where she can improve because her brain was getting more and more fried, and she asked me if there's any mistakes.
Sometimes you have to stand back and look at the big picture, otherwise you won't notice all the mistakes. And I just remembered what I wanted to say. I wanted to say I've mentioned in almost all of my previous pictures that I've done that I like to blend with my finger, and I still do, but for this specific pencil sketch I've decided to use my blending stick because of its sharp point. There's a lot of tiny little details and little bits of nicks and crannies that you have to blend in, and then using a sharp pointed something just makes it a little bit easier for that. And that's why I didn't use my finger so much.
Yeah, to all you newcomers, it's a running joke that she likes to blend with her finger, and I always make jokes about it. I don't know why. But she keeps explaining that it's because of all the natural oils on your fingers. But
it just seems smoother, and besides, I like getting my hands dirty.
Yeah, she's one of those people. She really likes to get into her art.
I really want an art studio where I can mess as much as I want and just never having to clean up.
More like I'm going to have to clean it up because I'm like the guy in the chair or the gal in the chair. So I'm going to be doing everything.
Just for the record, I was looking up the original design for Predator, and it was originally designed by Stan Winston back in 80, 70 whatever, just before the first Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger came in. And I was looking at the sketch, and I don't have a copy of it to put it in here, but the concept art was truly interesting. and I thought the way that they actually designed this creature, this alien predator, is just amazing. I love the way this guy's mind works and how he just put things together to make something truly unique and not every day. And I think also after that, ever since that, a lot of other designers have made similar aliens. If you look at Star Trek, some of the aliens in Star Trek and Star Wars and everything, but this original design of Predator is it's the workmanship of a great mind.
Yeah, both me and Mother Dearest are both what's the word I'm looking for? Practicing artists, evolving artists.
Yeah, we're still learning.
Learning.
We are constantly. I'm constantly learning. I come across things that I used to do before, and and it's hard for me sometimes to explain how I've done it. That's why I'm not a good art teacher. But making these videos, I hope that some people can pick up some tips as they watch me succeed and watch me fail from time to time.
Yeah, failure is the beginning of success.
Failure is the best teacher. Here in the chest you can see I added my first little bit of color to make his skin more stand more out.
Great English.
Yeah, English not so good. But every now and then I went back to it to add more shadowing to it and fix it up every now and then, because at the end of the day, when, like I said, you stand back and look at the whole picture, then it's not quite as good as you thought it would be looking close up.
Also, another thing I've noticed that you're saying shadowing, it's shading. And it's just annoying me just a little bit.
Actually,
Just a little
no,
bit.
but when my brain doesn't want to function from shadowing. No,
Shading.
Shading.
Not shading, it's shading. Mother!
Okay, when shading, yes, okay.
Did you forget what you were gonna say?
I'm already not bay.
This bay.
With
Oh my
present.
word.
I'm already
Okay.
not present.
Okay, to another thing to all your newcomers, English is not her first language. It's Afrikaans. We live in South Africa.
But still, I've got an English husband. One should think that, speaking English is like second nature to me.
Ah, wow, that was bad. But the thing is, Dad also sometimes speaks Afrikaans to you, and Jesse also speaks Afrikaans to you. I'm basically
That's my son. You're
Yeah,
the only actual English one, yeah.
yeah.
She went to an English school.
Yeah. Ever since when I was little, I never could pick up on the whole Afrikaans thing. I was only English. We call it here in South Africa. We call it a Soti, meaning English.
Yes, I've got another name for it. I would call it a clutch plate. Or a plunky.
Oh my word. Wait, plunky as in plank?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, plunk as a plank. Okay, actually it's the Afrikaans that's the pluck ones, that's the planks, but okay, let's get off the language subject.
Okay. Anyway, so this took quite a long time, and every time I look at it, I keep telling her this needs to be darker, this needs to be lighter, and she actually took my advice for once.
It's not just for once, I take your advice quite often.
Yeah.
So not as often as Mabi though. He's my go-to person.
Yeah, even though he can't draw to save his life, he has this eye.
He's a keen eye. He should have been a photographer. He can
Yeah.
just see pictures.
He's the type of guy that would become a critic, but not one of those asshole critics that just bash you just because they can't create. But
No,
he's
he gives constructive criticism.
really good criticism, and you have no idea how good he is.
He can immediately spot when something doesn't line up or the perspective is wrong, something like that, and he can just pick it up.
Yeah, I personally usually ask Mom for advice, and she usually gives it good advice, really good advice actually. But I am working on my very first YouTube video, and I wanted it to be good. So I asked Mom, I asked Dad, and my big brother Jesse, and he actually also gave me quite good advice too. So yeah, that's always
He
good.
can also draw. He's just a lazy people.
No, he's more musically inclined.
Oh yeah, he's amazing guitar. Right from the beginning when I started this picture, I have decided to make the darker shadows on the left, and make it appear as if the light is actually shining from the right side of the picture. So when I did it, I focused on those areas, but I had to go over it a couple of times to get it nicely transitioned. So I've learned also I'm starting to learn that going over something again and again and again is not necessarily a bad thing, because it can define a picture even more by retracing your steps as it is.
Yeah, and just improving a lot of things. It makes it look like you have quite a lot of confidence when it comes to shading and things. I notice when I'm doing a pencil sketch, I do the bare minimum, and it's sitting in front of me, but I can't help myself but go over and over and over. And I get so bored that I just start adding more and more details, and then by accident it comes out as a pretty good picture. So I'm one of those artists. I'm what Bob Ross would say, a happy little accident.
Oh my baby, you are my happy little accident.
What? What?
Sorry, no, I'm joking. You were playing. Anyways.
Oh my word.
I forgot again.
Oh my word, mother. Brain no work.
Brain
good.
fart. Listen, I wanted. It's actually kind of funny because ever since I was young, I liked to do pencil sketches, and I did it quite a lot. But doing stuff in color, I sucked at, and it's only now lately that I've been doing a lot of things in color, and of course also painting. I started painting a couple of years ago. I haven't posted any painting videos yet, but I can.
Yeah, and one more thing before this video ends. We are going to do Inktober, and every week we do a sketchbook tour. Both of us do a sketchbook tour on what we did for Inktober that week.
Yes. She's already decided she's going to make all of her themes Undertale
themed,
Yeah.
and there's so many characters and diverse characters that it actually fits really well.
I've also decided that some of the pictures, not all of them of course, but some of the pictures I do for Inktober I will also use in my new coloring in book that I am planning on bringing out.
Yeah, so this video is going to end now, and we're going to say
Thank you for watching.
and goodbye. Have a great day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell.
Yes. Although I am still new to YouTube, but listen here, we're saying goodbye way too fast because I'm still doing the arm here.
I'm thinking at the time.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry. I get so
She
impatient.
is jumping the gun, but what she said about liking and subscribing to my channel, I will appreciate it if you still do that anyway, because I still have a lot of stuff that I want to show and do.
Yeah, and later on she does fix the arm. Like she makes it a little bit thicker, because it looked a little bit weird before.
No, it actually just looks like I cut it off too soon, so you can't really see where the armor stops and because the arm is halfway under the shoulder pad, under the armor that has the gun on it, so I had to redo it. And then she also said to me that I must put more shadows into the decoration spots that he's got there on his chest.
Yeah, because it kind of looked, because everything else was really, really detailed and the rest wasn't.
And then of course putting in a little bit of texture and more highlights with the with my paint marker, just to make it pop a little bit more. And that's always good advice, whether you're doing stuff in color or whether you're doing it in black and white. Use those white markers, people, because it really rounds out a picture very nicely.
Yeah. Good advice. Good
Yes.
advice.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do whatever she said a couple of minutes ago.
Okay.
and just love us.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.